that they have seen through what are quite clearly, to me anyway, quite clearly attempts by the Duchess of Sussex to portray in a false and egregious light the royal family in order that she can be this great victim and carry on her failing career in the public eye.
Well, what do you think then, David? I mean, is it a dignified silence or is it a snub? They obviously didn't get mentioned at all. Prince William did.
Yeah, the messaging of as it were, the imaging of the accompanying VT to the King's speech was very interesting because it quite clearly set up who were going to be the important members of the royal family during the King's reign. You had, of course, the King and Queen, then the Prince and Princess of Wales, then Princess Royal, Princess Anne, the Earl and Countess of Wessex. There was no Duke of York, no Princess Eugenie, no Princess Beatrice, and I think this is showing that what Prince Charles as Prince of Wales said was going to happen, a much more slimmed down, more streamlined, more business-like monarchy is going to come to pass. For the Sussexes, I think it is a dignified silence on the part of the palace because they realise that there's nothing to be gained by fighting back against these people. All you have to do is give them yet more rope and watch them hang themselves. I think the change in public reaction to particularly the Duchess of Sussex since they began this bizarre campaign of self-promotion and of airing their dirty laundry in public has been one of the more welcome signs that the public remains sane, that they have seen through what are quite clearly, to me anyway, quite clearly attempts by the Duchess of Sussex to portray in a false and egregious light the royal family in order that she can be this great victim and carry on her failing career in the public eye. I'm so glad that the people of this nation, and I hope of America as well, have seen through it, and I simply hope that in the years to come her husband will realise it too and come home.
It's easier for us to point accusing fingers at other people than pointing it at ourselves. There's a problem that everyone can clearly see, but it's always easier to say this person is responsible or that person is responsible instead of taking a critical look on the problem and really re-examine who is at fault. I do not believe that Meghan Markle is the reason why Prince Harry is behaving the way he is behaving. So for people to think that Markle is the reason, I do believe they are really, really wrong. Because as an adult, everyone is responsible for their own actions and decisions. You cannot keep on blaming someone for the fault or inactions of other people. Most British people are fond of that. Now, for someone to feel that keeping silence is going to solve an issue, they might be joking. Because if there's one thing that the British royal family is fond of doing, is keeping quiet. When something is going wrong, they will never say anything. They will keep quiet, hoping that it dies by itself. I do believe that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle might have a serious issue that they want the royal family to look into. But as the royal family has a long history of keeping quiet when there are critical issues that need to be discussed, they are now keeping quiet in hopes that it will die down. And for an African, I have seen this too much or too often. Africans have been asking them for apology for what they've done to Africa throughout the years. But Africans have never gotten anything from them. Not a single word of apology from the previous queen who just died. No one has said that they are sorry for what their ancestors did in Africa. None of them has said anything. And that is how they do things. They keep quiet. They don't say anything in the hopes that people forget or in hopes that everything dies by itself. So my brothers and sisters in Africa and from Africa, what do you think about this notion or opinion shared by some British people that Meghan Markle is the reason why Prince Harry is behaving the way he is? Do you think that Meghan Markle deserves to be cast as the bad one in this relationship? Do you think that as an adult, someone needs to be blamed for the decisions or actions of another person? And lastly, do you think that the royal family should have or should issue an apology for all the things they did to Africans? Let us know in the comment section below, because like always, we love hearing what you have to say. So thank you very much for watching this video, and like always, see you in the next one. Cut.